Hello dreamers, welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley Reddit review. It's been a long time since I did one of these. I've been away for the holidays, so I'm curious to see what the DTV community been up to. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to reach 50,000 subscribers by, I haven't decided by when yet, but we're definitely going there. So your subscription will mean a lot. Let's jump right into it. Satisfying pumpkin sprouting. Okay, satisfy me with the pumpkins. Oh my god, that looks good. Now I can see exactly how you planted them. I'm surprised that it's going so fast. How does it go so fast? It's like you planted them at that speed? That's insane. That is super satisfying. POV, you just searched every biome for the blue chest. Oh boy, yeah, that happens a lot. Sometimes it's just sitting there in the open and you spend 5 minutes trying to find it, and then you just look at it and I swear it wasn't there before, but it probably was. This glitch was honestly a jump scare, but now I'm into it and have been running around like this for hours. Why do I not get these fun glitches? Why all the glitches that I get are bad glitches, where the game either crashes or I lose some data, or like I can't play, I have to restart. Like, I just want my body to become invisible, or any body part. I will take hands. I will take invisible hands. I will take invisible head. Anything. Just make something invisible for me, game. I want to have this experience before it's fully patched. I don't know what they're talking about, but it seems pretty serious. Wow. They're like discovering the meaning of life, it sounds like. What a shot. Hear me out. Floral Braid. Wait, what? Hear me out. Okay, let me hear you out. What? I know we have a pretty hairstyle based on Rapunzel's braid, right? But like, what if they actually gave us Rapunzel's long and pretty braid for a hairstyle? I think I'd love the game even more if I could prance around places with a long braid for no reason. I see what you're saying. I feel like the hairstyle like this is gonna need to have their own bones. That sounded weird, but basically like, it needs to be animated for every pose. It needs to make sure not to interfere. Like, imagine you're sitting down or standing on your knee, or like doing pretty much any pose in the game. This hairstyle is going to need to be changed. Also, it's going to need to be adjusted for any shape of the body, because it needs to conform the shape. It's just, I feel like they're not going to do it just because of how much work it's going to be to just adapt this one hairstyle to pretty much all of the poses and body shapes that we have. It's gonna be a nightmare. But if they ever decide that they have too much free time, then sure, guys, if you're watching, if you have too much free time, give us Rapunzel hair. We would definitely appreciate it. Won't have to worry about money for a while. Why? What happened? What am I missing? Here's what 47 gardener bodies and glittering dunes full of pumpkins give you. Started at 30 million. Oh! I'm pretty sure 100 million is going to last you for the rest of times. I do not see how you can possibly run out of money having 100 million. I don't think I've ever had 100 million combined. Like, if I were to try to estimate how much money I've ever spent in Disney Dreamlight Valley in terms of coins, it would probably be about 30 million. 100 million is going to last you for years. That's impressive. What do you do when you accidentally buy 998 toasters? You celebrate, because if you ever need a toaster for Dream Snap, which, let's admit, almost every Dream Snap can be made better by using a toaster, you just never gonna run out. You can make 998 Dream Snaps using a toaster without ever needing to replace it, and just you can use the new one every time. So I say it's a win. How old are you all? I'm just wondering what the general age demographic for this game is. I wonder if it's more adults than kids or more kids than adults. 100% more adults than kids. If I were to guess, the average age, probably maybe around 30. If I were to guess. Let's take a look. I'm gonna bet I'm not gonna see a single person in the comments younger than 16-year-old. That's my guess. Let's see. Oh yeah, doubt kids would be on Reddit. I don't know. Reddit is probably my favorite social media website. I don't know if I can say social media. I guess it's not social media, but like it's a great place to learn things, to share, like to read some interesting life stories, to share your own experience, to ask a question, to get an answer, and to just, I don't know, just browse. I feel like any other social media, Twitter, Instagram, you're browsing, you're just getting like basically some useless stuff, like some I don't know, maybe a little bit entertaining, but I feel like browsing Reddit you can actually learn stuff. So that's why I do like Reddit a lot. That's awesome. There's a lot of people of all ages. I really don't think there is a lot of young people in here, which is totally fine. Oh, 15. Okay. Okay, that's the youngest one I've seen. My 14-year-old found out I used Reddit and straight up called me old. Honestly, I would take it as a compliment. I would take it as an absolute compliment. Hopefully this stops me accidentally using them in cooking again. It 100% will. Great decision. I recommend everyone just drop their Christmas fishes somewhere on the table so you don't accidentally use them. I keep seeing a lot of people asking me like, but why? Why, like, what's the big deal if you use them? It's not like they have any other uses. And the answer is, why not? Why would you just want to cook it in a regular recipe that's not going to do anything? They look so cool. These are the most unique fishes in the game, so it's just for collection. From a collection standpoint, you probably might want to keep them. Like, you can always spend them in the future, but if you do spend them without wanting to spend them, like, it's gonna feel like you are gonna feel bad and you are gonna try to chase them next time just for it to happen again. So let's break the cycle. Let's save the Christmas fish from being accidentally cooked ever again, just in case. Restarted my 200 hours valley to experience the magic again. No regrets. Oh, I could never. I would rather start another account, which I did. I actually started another account, and I just find myself not having enough time to grind the quests. I just basically do Dream Snap on both accounts, and then I can barely keep up with decorating my one valley. The quests, I don't know. For me personally, I just do most quests as quickly as possible on my second account, but I do go through them very in a lot of detail on my first account. I still remember most of the quests. So maybe in a couple more years, if I restart the game, they will feel new. But for now, I still remember them way too well. Yes. 20% off of Frozen Elsa. Yes, indeed. That's a good looking skin. Biggest game requests for 2025. Oh, I like that. I have some requests of my own. So let's use this opportunity to request things. I love this. At 2024 closes, we all know developers look at the subreddit. They do? Okay. Do they look at my channel? I hope so, because I'm giving you my suggestions whether you like them or not. I've been thinking about my biggest wants for this game. Quality of life changes. Let's start a thread. Love it. Mine are characters with stalls expanding their businesses to DLC, offering DLC fish and supplies. Yes! Yes, please! Mulan selling different teas in each DLC, Tiana selling DLC specific dishes. It makes sense, yes! 100% yes. I put this one on my list as well. Cooking menu sorting, yes! Sorting by DLC and order tab so we don't have to go searching when feeding in the restaurants. Yes, please! Okay, I loved it. This is going to be my list. I don't know if I'm going to have anything to add to it, but so far, it's spot on of what I want to see in 2025 in this game. Scrooge purchase sorting. Would be nice to have a tab for the items I'm out of. Don't have any more to place. Wanna run away? You're a genius. I didn't even think of that, but I usually love having at least one item of each item. So if I build my Dream Snap, I can see what I'm working with. So I can see the full stock. Being able to buy items you ran out with and filter it by it, it would make it so much easier to keep the stock of every item in the game. I have never seen this requested or discussed, but I am subscribing to this and putting it on my list. This would be absolutely incredible. Ability to place purchased house skins more than once. Stop. Get out of my head. What are you doing? How are you reading my mind? Some of them I can't decide where they would look best because they look best in multiple biomes. So it'd be nice not to have to choose, especially now with floating islands. Being able to use the same house on the island and then maybe in your valley. And some houses look good in multiple DLCs as well. Would be nice to have an option. And if you just want to make a giant city, just be able to duplicate a couple skins that look like city builds. Or if you want to build a cottage village, duplicate some cottages. Like, we pay so much moonstones for these houses. I feel like we should be allowed to place the houses more than once. I love this list. All right, potions for blue fishing circles. Yes, yes, that's all I have to say. Flower collecting improvements, Beast DLC. Flowers and Beast just makes sense. He could have a flower stall for the more rare flowers. Another idea is to make flower gathering a character skill, like fishing or mining. We need some kind of improvement to collecting flowers since there are so many crafting items that require them. Okay, this one, I feel like the first point covered this. If we could have Beast Stall in every DLC, that would, in my opinion, solve the flower collecting problem. I personally don't think the improvements are needed to collecting flowers. You can collect them with vacuums. You can collect them by just collecting them. And even though a lot of things use them, they are usually pretty easy to get if there's no glitches on the Storybook Veil. But I wouldn't mind a profession. I wouldn't mind if we're talking about professions. What if we put 2 new professions, flower picking and cooking? I feel like having a cooker that's gonna have a chance to duplicate the meals that you cook, that would be incredible. And the same with flower gatherer, have a chance to duplicate. But to be fair, with flowers, my main concern is the memories. Okay, I'm adding another thing to the list. Number 9. Well, first of all, let me read number 8. Cooking, random ingredient default. Please change the random ingredients default from alphabetical to whatever we have the most of. Technically, it's not alphabetical. It's actually the cheapest item appears first. So that's why lettuce mostly appears for vegetable, because it's the cheapest vegetable. So it's going to take the cheapest one that you have in stock. I do agree, though, that using the one that we have the most of as the default would make more sense. I used the fast efficient recipe without realizing because it was the default random item. Yes, because they, for some reason, have a lower coin value than actual fish. So that's why it get picked first. Agree with this one. So I'm going to add 2 more to this list. Number 9, memories. Memories need to get reworked. After grinding out all my digging memories, I want to focus on my other collections. And it makes me very discouraged knowing that I will never get dry flowers memories. I will never get nightthorn memories. I will never get what else? The feeding critters. It's just the drop rates for those are so incredibly low, and there's so many of them. And it's also like they barely ever give you a memory to begin with. So I feel like they need to rework the memory system. There's many ways it can be done to be more beneficial and make it at least possible to finish these collections. But yeah, I can make a whole new video about it because there's just so much we can talk about memories. And some memories don't even spawn. Like, have anybody gotten a memory from catching snippets? I don't think I've got one, and I've caught thousands of snippets. Have anyone ever gotten a memory for breaking an obstacle? There is some memories in the collection that require breaking obstacles. I have not gotten a single memory from that. So there is definitely a huge memory system overhaul is needed. This is my number 9. And number 10, I'm gonna add, I want to get unlimited floating islands. That's just like one of the things I want the most now. Just be able to create a floating island, choose the size. If we could have, for example, 3 presets, small, medium, and large. And medium, let's say the size we have right now is going to be medium, so we could make a smaller one, and then we can make a larger one for like absolutely insane builds. And just be able to create a random floating island with a specific biome, a specific size, give it a name, and just be able to save whatever we build there, and just have an ability to store unlimited floating islands and be able to visit them and see our builds. I think it's not going to be too game breaking because, like, first of all, they have their own item limit, which makes them perfect for decorating. They also don't take that much space. Like, you just need to save coordinates of all the items we place. It shouldn't make the saves much heavier, but I will take a slight lag during saving every minute while still being able to create unlimited floating islands. Those are my top 2 that I'm adding to this list, which I completely agree with. Let me know in the comments if what are your most wanted requested features that are not on this list for the year 2025. Thank you so much for watching. Huge thanks to all our amazing supporters. I'm looking forward to 2025. We already saw half of the roadmap, and I'm pretty confident we are going to get another DLC in 2025. And the bar is so high right now that 2024 DLC was phenomenal. I feel like they almost did themselves a disservice making this DLC so great. It's going to be very difficult to step it up in 2025. I feel like they're going to make a DLC in 2025. It's going to be great, but it's just not going to be able to measure up to 2024. Or maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe they'll whip out something even better. Who knows? Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Subscribe for more, and goodbye.